745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Ozark Health is a wonderful diamond in the rough, I call it.
It's the level of care here is so amazing.
Let's imagine we weren't here. If anyone gets sick here, it's an ambulance ride to Conway or Harrison if that's the closest way to get medical care. That's a long way to go. That's an hour and a half drive, and people die in that time.
Your time is essential, whether it's your heart, your brain, whatever it is. Say if you're having a stroke, you can come here, get the clot-busting medication. You're virtually on your way to recovery when we transfer you to another hospital.
When he had his stroke, if we had not gotten here in 15 minutes, he would not be sitting here like this now.
When I got here, they opened up the Arkansas Saves Telelink, and a doctor was sitting there looking at me, the expert in Little Rock, and they determined it was ischemic, so they said, okay, issue TPA. My God, that was the thing that saved me.
They save lives here, and that's what matters.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Tonight's With the Forecast brought to you by American Home Pharmacy, Inside Goods Cash Saver Clinton. Offering discount prices, excellent customer service, local delivery, and a program that allows you to get all your prescriptions filled the very same day. Don't choose between low prices, great service. Get both at American Home Pharmacy. With the forecast for tonight, going to be mostly clear with a low temperature tonight of 43 degrees and calm winds. Looking at a 20% chance of showers, thunder showers after 1 tomorrow. Mostly sunny and a high at 74.
Join us at 9 a.m. on Saturday mornings for a hand-clapping, foot-stomping good time of Branson Country USA right here on KHPQ.
Clinton Yellow Jacket boys baseball and girls softball is on the air on the Trip. We're going to be featuring games by both teams this year. Coach Prince is returning several from the team last year, and the Lady Yellow Jacket softball coach Hudson is also returning several players from last year's conference champ team. This afternoon's game is brought to you by First Security Bank, Justin's Collision Repair and Towing, by Conway Regional Medical Center, by Joe Lee Chevrolet, by The River Insurance, by Ralph Black, Attorney at Law, and by F.L. Davis Ace, by Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, by Ozark Health Medical Center, by Goods Cash Saver, and by the Farm Bureau Insurance. The player of the game brought to you by First Arkansas Bank and Trust and all the fine Yellow Jacket boosters. Facebook and YouTube coverage, when wireless internet is available, is brought to you by Cowboy CDJR and by First Arkansas Bank and Trust. Your announcer for today's game, KHPQ Sports announcer Mike Hawley. Get ready for exciting Yellow Jacket sports action on the Trip 94.7 and 97.3.
Probably got some good weather. Hey, Yellow Jackets softball is on the air today. The Yellow Jackets are back home at the ballpark here in downtown Clinton. Yellow Jackets have not played since last Friday when they beat Rosebud by a score of 17-7 back on actually it was last Monday. Jackets won by a score of 17-7 over Rosebud, and they're back in action today in a very important conference game for both of these two teams between Clinton and Ball Knob. Glad you could join us this afternoon. I'm Mike Cawley. Keith Parrish back in the studio running the board. We're glad to bring you softball today from Pangburn, and this is a big ball game. There's a four-way tie for first in the conference. Ball Knob with a record of 5-1, Pangburn and Clinton 4-1, and Harding Academy 3-1 as we come down to the final week and a half of the regular season. The Lady Yellow Jackets could finish anywhere from first to fifth, depending on what happens today, Monday, and Tuesday as they play their final three conference games of the season. Lady Yellow Jackets are the defending conference champions and still have a chance to defend that conference championship. With if they could run off today, Monday, and Tuesday, they would be the conference champions. And so a big game today as they take on Ball Knob. And the Yellow Jackets come in with a record of 9 wins, 5 losses on the season. They're 4-1 in conference play, and they've won 3 of their last 4 ball games. Ball Knob comes in 6-5 on the year, but 5-1 in conference play, tied, as I said, at a 4-way tie for first. And they also have won 3 of their last 4 ball games. Ball Knob played this week on Tuesday. They beat Mountain View by a score of 12-2. If you want to compare scores, Lady Yellow Jackets beat Ball Knob by a score of, I think it was 11-0. Ball Knob beats them by a score of 12-2. Ball Knob has a 7-4 victory at Pangburn, which is a quality win, and their only conference loss was at home to Harding Academy, and they lost that game by a score of 2-1. These two teams played twice last season. In the regular season game, played at Ball Knob on April the 16th of 2021. Clinton traveled to Ball Knob, won the game by a score of 9-4, and if you remember that one, Yellow Jackets trailed until about the 4th inning, and then Abigail Parks with a huge home run at Ball Knob, a 3-run shot, put the Yellow Jackets into the lead, that they never looked back, and they won that game by a score of 9-4, and Lady Yellow Jackets then went on undefeated in conference play and won a conference championship. Now, they met in the district championship game, and Madison Shoebottom pitched a heck of a ball game for Ball Knob in that one. Ball Knob beat Clinton by a score of 2-0 in the district championship game that was played at Riverview High School in Searcy on April the 30th of 2021. It was 0-0 going into the 7th inning. It was a pitcher's duel between Shoebottom and Abby Tharp of Clinton, and then Ball Knob was able to scratch across a couple of runs in the top of the 7th, and the Yellow Jackets could not score in the bottom of the 7th, and Ball Knob got a win by a score of 2-0. Ball Knob went on to win a game in the regional tournament and went on to the state tournament last season. Of course, they have a couple of 3 state championships in the last 10 years, and it's one of the top programs in all of Class 3A softball, and the Yellow Jackets got a victory last year at Ball Knob, which is a big win for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Well, we will take a break, and we come back, and we'll be ready for Yellow Jacket softball. You're listening to the Yellow Jackets on The Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and, of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Ozark Health is a wonderful diamond in the rough, I call it.
Living in a rural community, having access to healthcare is critical. It has been a blessing to our community.
Not that I want to go to the hospital, this last place that I really want to go, but this is the place I'd recommend to anybody.
There's nothing like the individual care that you get here. It's phenomenal.
Our purpose for being here is to serve people. It fills me with pride that we're able to do that.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Yeah, both teams have yet to take the field here. Ball Knob is doing a line dance to some music down in front of their dugout. Maybe a way to get warmed up before the ball game. Yellow Jackets met with Coach Joe Hudson down in the left field, talking over the strategy for the ball game and probably going over the signs. If you're home today, you can probably, or in the office, you can listen, of course, the game here on the Trip 94.7 KGFL, but also live stream today on the KHPQ on Facebook and KHPQ Sports on YouTube. KHPQ Sports on YouTube, KHPQ app, or on the app also, but also on Facebook. You can pull that down and hopefully be able to watch the game. So far, a good signal. And a great clear day for baseball or softball here in downtown Clinton. Hadn't been many games this year. I think this may be the second game I've been able to wear a short sleeve shirt. It has been a cold, wet spring. Usually we get into the month of April and we can get some good warm weather. But this is the trip to Mountain View last week, and today has been about it as far as warm weather. Even the trip over to Nema Vista on Tuesday, the threat of severe weather was in the air on that one, so it wasn't ideal conditions for baseball at Nema Vista on Tuesday. Yellow Jackets and Ball Knob are playing baseball across town at the ballpark near the school. And so if you're in the area, you got a chance you can come here in the city parks downtown behind Subway and the Huddle House, or you can go across town to the school, and the baseball team is playing there. Also a big game for the baseball team. They need a win there and a win Tuesday at Pangburn, and the baseball team can finish third and have a good seed heading into the district tournament. So big games here, big games across town as we wind down the conference season here in the 2-3A conference. Looking at the lineups for Ball Knob, they'll be the visiting team today. And they'll lead off with the shortstop, Reese Brimmer. Batting number 2, the second baseman, Faith Pickens. Batting third and pitching, Madison Shoebottom. Batting fourth and catching, her sister, Adriana Shoebottom. Batting fifth and playing third base, Ada Zomont. Batting sixth, playing over at first base, will be Laren Glaze. Batting seventh and in left field, Claudia McNally. Batting eighth and playing right field, Mary Bryant. And batting ninth today and playing center field is Treasure Smithson. It'll be Brimmer, Pickens, and Shoebottom. Shoebottom, Zomant, and Glaze. McAnally, Bryant, and Smithson for Ball Knob. And interesting is it got sister combination, Madison pitching, Adriana catching. And Madison Shoebottom, probably the best pitcher we saw last season for the Lady Yellow Jackets. It'll be Gracie Limble leading off today, playing second base. Lily Woodward catching today, batting second. Abigail Parks over at third, batting third. Lily Smith, the cleanup hitter, and on the mound today, batting fourth. Reese McDonald at first, batting fifth. Annabelle Sowell, the shortstop, batting sixth. Emily Wilson out in center field. She's batting seventh. Reese Prince over in right field, batting eighth. And batting ninth today, the senior in left field today, Ashley James. So it'll be Linville, Woodward, and Parks, Smith, McDonald, and Sal, Wilson, Prince, and James for Joe Hudson's Clinton Lady Yellow Jackets. We just got a little delay here. I'm still waiting for the umpires. I saw one umpire at about 4:15. I'm not sure if the second umpire has arrived yet, so we got a little bit of delay here. The coaches are meeting by themselves at home plate, and Lily Smith is warming up over to my left. And Ball Knob's waiting to hit. Pretty good crowd still coming in here at the ballpark. A nice day for softball here in Clinton. Not a cloud in the sky, a light breeze. Highs around 70 degrees. Well, Keith, let's send it back to the station for another commercial break. We're still waiting for the umpires to arrive on the scene. Stay with us. We will have softball today. You listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Well, during the commercial, the umpires have arrived. We're only about 5.5 minutes late here getting this one started. Got word from across town, the baseball game, not sure the reason why, but the Clinton Ball Knob baseball game scheduled to start at 4:30 will not start until 5 o'clock. And so they'll kind of stagger the times here between these two ball games. But we were just moments away from playing here. The umpires, if you're looking on your TV screen, are meeting with the coaches, talking over the ground rules here. Ball Knob did come here last year for the regional tournament, so they have been in this ballpark before. But you go over the ground rules, goes under the fence here, goes over the fence there, what we're going to call, and if there's spots in the field that they know where balls have gone under before, the umpires will try to let the coaches give them a heads up on that. And the home team coach knows all those things, and basically he almost instructs the umpires and the visiting coach on the layout of the field. One of the things about baseball, every field is different, even in the major leagues. It's one of the unique things about the sport. Basketball, football, you're pretty much, a basketball court's 94 feet long, 50 feet wide. And a football field, I believe, is 100 yards long and 50 feet wide, 50 yards wide. But baseball, the configurations are all different. Big parks, small parks. Field looks great today. I think the city, along with the school, worked to get these fields in shape today after Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of bad weather. I know that Coach Hudson and his personnel were here during the noon hour. I think the city had already been working earlier, so thanks to Mayor McCormick and the Parks and Recreation Department for helping to get these ball fields up and ready. And we're set for softball. Coaches and umpires shake hands. And shortly, Clinton will take the field. Big ball game, as we said. Ball Knob 5-1 in conference play. Clinton 4-1 in conference play. Pangburn 4-1. Harding Academy 3-1. All tied for first place with only one loss. Newport right behind them at 3-2. So there's 5 pretty good teams in the conference. And then there's kind of a gap to the bottom 4. Only 4 teams will make the regional, so one team is going to get left out. So Lady Yellow Jackets conference champs made it to the regional tournament last year. And I think one of the games that gave them the confidence last year was that win at Ball Knob, that they had the ability to beat one of the top programs in the state, and they won that game at Ball Knob. I think it really gave them a lot of confidence. And then they beat Rosebud, another team that has lots of softball history. And then that exciting game, the final game of the year, when they had to beat Pangburn to close out an undefeated conference record. And they came back with, I think, 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to win that one in exciting fashion, and had gone through the conference 7-0. Yellow Jackets have taken the field. Lily Smith warming up on the hill. It'll be Abigail Parks over at third, Annabelle Sal at shortstop, Gracie Linville over at second, and Reese McDonald over at first. This will be, I guess, her 3rd game at first base after switching from the outfield. Lily Woodward behind the plate. Ashley James in left field. Reese Prince over in right. And Emily Wilson out in center field. Normally seen Ashley James out in right field. She's playing left field today. Had kind of maneuvered the lineup here in the last couple of weeks. Some players changing positions, but the Yellow Jackets keep on winning. Well, we're ready for softball. Reese Brimmer, the shortstop, will lead off for Ball Knob. The right-handed hitter checks the third base coach, and we are ready to play. Probably hear the Ball Knob dugout. Then we talk about softball teams, their dugout cheers. Woodward steps on. And we are ready. And the pitch is a strike over the inside corner. First pitch at 4:40. 72 degrees here in downtown Clinton. What a beautiful day for softball. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. On a pitch low and over the outside corner. She worked her up and in, and then comes down low and away. Now she got Brimmer set up 0-2. Brimmer calls time. She thought Smith took too long on the mound, so she calls time, steps out. Now steps back in. Here's the pitch, and ground ball fouled outside of first. Count stays 0-2. First batter of the ball game. Smith winds and fires, and just low. Count now 1-2. Good pitch by Smith. See if you get Brimmer to chase that one. It was just out of the strike zone. Here's the pitch. And up and in now 2-2. Was 0-2. Now 2-2. And the pitch is fouled over near the Ball Knob dugout on the first base side of the field. Brimmer and Smith, opening batter of the ball game. Here comes the pitch. And a changeup high. And the count now full. Brimmer's worked the count full. Trying to get on to start this Ball Knob first inning. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball to first, fielded by McDonald right on top of the bag. And that's an easy one. She steps on the bag, and that's how the ball game starts here today. On a ground ball to first by Brimmer. One out here in the Ball Knob first. Good piece of pitching that time. Looked like Smith jammed her, got the ball inside, hit it off the handle. And it was about a two-hopper to first. It led Reese right to the base. And she steps on it there. Reese's grandparents here today. Miss Wanda is in the house. Good to see her out today. Mr. and Miss Owens here. Everybody just calls her Miss Wanda. Here's the pitch, and a strike called. It's the second baseman, Faith Pickens. Shoe bottom on deck, Madison Shoe bottom. Not only is she a good pitcher, but she can hit. And the pitch on the way, and a changeup just a little bit low. Angela Bradford listening in, watching in today, rooting on the Yellow Jackets. Angela Bradford just had a birthday the other day, the hardest working woman in show business, Angela Bradford. And the pitch is low. I think she's got an alumni banquet she's working on this week. So. And the pitch is fouled off to the right, now to play. Two balls, two strikes on the hitter. One out here in the ball knob first. Infield straight away. Parks in at third. Here's the pitch. And it's inside. Now ball 4. Although I thought the umpire said 2-2. I think that was correct. The hitter took off for first, but it is 3-2 now. Second straight hitter that's gone full count. Smith got the first one. See if she can get the second one. Pickens back in the box after a trip to first. Here's the pitch. And strike! 3 called on the inside corner. A nice pitch by Smith. And that's a second out here in the ball knob first. And that brings up the pitcher, Madison Shoebottom. She has home run power. Her sister on deck, Adriana Shoebottom. Smith the Shoebottom, and a strike. She pours that one right in there. Outfield deep, straight away for Shoebottom. That changeup is high. Second changeup she's thrown so far. That's a pitch you got to get the grip correct. Sometimes it takes a few pitches during the game to get that release. Here's the pitch, ground ball up the middle. Linville to her left, fields it, throws, and out at first on a good play by Reese McDonald. The throw was wide to the right side of the bag. McDonald stretched, caught it. The initial call by the umpire was safe, but I didn't think he thought that Reese was not going to be able to catch that one. She did. And Shoebottom is out at first. Ball knob goes down in order. We head to the bottom of the first. No score here in Clinton. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery, 745-2992.
Well, a nifty play to end the first inning as Gracie Limble had to go to her right to field a hot shot up the middle by Shoebottom. And her throw was on the right field side of first base, but Reese McDonald stretched and made the catch to end the inning. Reese only her third game playing first base and looked pretty good over there on that one. Yellow Jackets come to bat in the first. It'll be Linville, Woodward, and Parks. And if anybody gets on, it'll be Lily Smith. Madison Shoebottom pitching today. Had some nagging injuries earlier in the year. I think she's probably about as healthy as she's been all season. And she probably was the best pitcher we faced all of last season. Ball knob infield meets on the mound, and they are ready to go. Gracie Limble will lead it off for the Yellow Jackets. You know, when she gets on, usually good things happen with her speed. Shoebottom, a right-handed pitcher. And the first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Good velocity. Pitching to her sister Adriana Shoebottom, the catcher. Gracie steps back in after checking with Joe Hudson. And here's the pitch. And that was just inside a little bit. Catcher tried to frame that one. Count even 1-1. Chris Sal coaching over at first. Hope Johnson. And Matthew Post, also assistants over in the Clinton dugout. Shoebottom to the plate. And just inside, now 2-1. She's working that inside corner. Limble steps out, gets a sign from Joe Hudson. The signs these days are numbers. And look at her wristband and see what the corresponding play is to the number. Here's the pitch. And just high, 3-1. You would love to see Linville get on base to start this ball game. Back in my day, the signals were signals. Touch your hat, your nose, shirt, meant different things. Shoebottom, 3-1 pitch on the way. And a strike. She poured that one in the corner at the knees. Now count goes full 3-2. We saw two hitters in the first inning for Ball Knob go 3-2, and the first batter here for Clinton goes 3-2. Limble back in. Here comes the payoff pitch, and fouled out of play over the Ball Knob dugout. Linville stays alive. Nothing off speed yet by Shoebottom, but she can throw the changeup. Infield straight away. Hugging the line at third over there. And here's the pitch. And foul back again. Parks, or check that, Limble is battling. Limble trying to get on and start the Yellow Jacket first. Kind of does a little work on that back batter's box, and now she's back in. Here's the pitch, and ball 4 high. And that's how the Yellow Jacket first inning starts, on a walk to Gracie Linville. And that brings up Lily Woodward. She is checking the signs at third. Do the Yellow Jackets try to run? Do the Yellow Jackets try to bunt? Are they swinging away here early in the ball game? No score, bottom of the first. Battle for first place. Here's the pitch. Ball one high. Quick throw to first. And Linville's back there. And you probably hear the Clinton dugout now with those cheers. Woodward steps back in. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. Gets it down foul. And Linville has to go back. Ball knob charging at third. First baseman didn't really charge on that one. Now she's going to scoot in just a little bit. One the count. Shoe bottom winds and fires, shows bunt, foul again, this time toward the Clinton dugout, and now Woodward's in the hole 0-2. And do you keep the bunt on here? A foul ball results in an out. Or do you swing away? Joe Hudson calls out the signal. And Woodward steps back in. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike three. As Woodward couldn't catch up with that high fastball. That's the first out of the inning. Woodward strikes out. Linville's over at first after the walk. And that brings in Abigail Parks. Slight breeze. Nothing like the last few days. Here's the pitch. Ball high. Parks hit that big home run at Ball Knob last year off shoe bottom. She shot one out of the park in left field. Here's the pitch. And a foul. Backing over the screen. Count evens up 1-1. Abigail steps back in. And Linville gets ready at first. Here comes the pitch. And low. Lays off that one, now 2-1. Parks ahead in the count now, 2-1. She can look for something to hit here. Here comes the pitch. And foul straight back, and she was right on that one. Well, they fouled it straight back to the screen. That means they just missed it. Now counts even at 2-2. Center fielder playing deep, left field about medium range. Anything in the gap will score Linville from first. Here's the pitch. And shot towards center. Center fielder in, now back. And overhead and out of the ballpark for a two-run homer by Abigail Parks. A line shot home run over the center field fence. And the Yellow Jackets jump out to a 2-0 lead. And that ball did not get very high. And she crushed that ball. The outfielder took a couple of steps in. And then she took off backwards and overhead and over the fence for a home run. And Parks has just put the Yellow Jackets ahead 2-0. And she likes playing the Ball Knob Bulldogs, apparently. That's 2 homers against Ball Knob. And it could not come at a better time. That one fooled me a little bit because it never got real high. I knew it was over the center fielder's head, but it got over the fence for a 2-run homer. And that brings in Lily Smith. You can see the last week or so of the games I've seen here, Abigail getting closer and closer with her timing as she's fixing to bust out in a big way, and she did today. Ball inside, ball 2. Jackets jumped out to a 2-0 lead here. Still batting in the first, only one out. And the pitch to Smith is ball 3. Jackets would like to keep this inning going. 3-0 count. Smith steps back in. See if she's taking here. And she does. It's strike at the knees. That's a good take. You really couldn't do much with that ball. It was on the corner at the knees. Now count goes 3-1. Three-one pitch on the way, and a strike. That one at the letters. Now 3-2. Was 3-0, now it's 3-2. Here's the pitch, and fouled away, and Smith battles, stays alive. Linville opened the game with a walk on a 3-2 walk. Fouled off a couple to stay alive. Woodward struck out. And then Parks with a huge home run over the center field fence. And the Jackets lead 2-0. Shoebottom with a new softball. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss as Lily went for one probably out of the strike zone high. And she becomes the second strikeout of the game for Madison Shoebottom. And that'll bring in the first baseman, Reese McDonald. Reese with a great defensive play to end the first inning. Now a chance to hit here in the bottom of the first. Shows bunt. Pulls the bat back. Ball 1. Reese a lot like Gracie Limble. Great speed if she can get on base. She causes a lot of problems for the other team. Reese steps back in the box, shows bunt, gets it down, back to the pitcher, Shoebottom, throw to first, out there, and that'll end the first inning. But it was a productive inning for the Yellow Jackets. They got a walk and a home run, and at the end of the first inning of play here in Clinton, it's Clinton 2, Ball Knob nothing. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
A service of King Sullivan Radio, K234BB and 94.7 FM, KGFL 1110 AM, Clinton.
Well, we head to the second inning here. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Ball Knob. It'll be Madison Shoebottom, or check that, Adriana Shoebottom, Ada Zomat, and Laren Glaze to hit for Ball Knob here in the second. Lily Smith on the mound. Strike 1, pitch on the corner. Anybody gets on, Claudia McAnally will be the hitter. Smith retired. Ball Knob in order in the top of the first. And the pitch, Adriana shot to third, fielded by Parks, over to first. And that's the first out of the inning here for Ball Knob, and 5 straight retired, or check that, 4 straight retired by Lily Smith. Parks not only can hit, but she's a good defensive player also. That was a hot shot to third, and she fielded it cleanly. And out over to first to Reese McDonald. That'll bring in Ada Zomant. She's the third baseman. And first pitch is just off the corner. She asked the umpire. I think he told her it was just outside. And Smith's pitch. And fly ball left field. If it stays fair, it's going to be a hit, and it is. Ashley James gets it back in. Zomant kind of golfed that one over Parks' head, and the only doubt was, would it stay fair? And it was about 4 feet fair down the left field line. Ashley James gets it in quickly, and that's the first hit of the ball game for Ball Knob. Wasn't hit real hard, but just hitting the right spot. As I said, it was a low pitch. Looked like it was almost golfed over Parks' head at third. Laren Glaze, the hitter. And the pitch. Ball. Good play by Woodward to block that one, keep the runner at first. Glaze is the first baseman. And the pitch is fouled off to the right. Count now even 1-1. Pretty nice crowd settling in here at the ballpark. It's been kind of a late arriving crowd, but the game, as we said, started at 4:40, about 10 minutes late. Baseball game not going to start till 5 o'clock. It may be underway now. It's 5:05. Here's the pitch, and inside, ball 2. 2-1. Jackets lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Check at the top of the second. And a shot foul down the right field line. And that would have scored all the way from first. That would have scored Zomant just foul down the right field line. Count now 1-2. A game of inches here. That would have definitely been a double. The runner from first would have scored all the way on that one. But everybody has to come back. And the count's now 1-2. Glaze steps out, now back in. Smith winds and fires. Change up, ball. Good play by Woodward to block that one. Good idea by Smith. She'd thrown her a fastball, and she'd hit it pretty well. So she came back with an off-speed pitch there. Still working on the control of that one. She's thrown it about 3 times so far, yet to get into the strike zone. And here's the pitch, and a ground ball at first, foul. Fielded by McDonald, but it's foul. Count full 3-2. Don't want to put anybody on here. Middle of that Jacket defense would like to turn 2 here. And the pitch from Smith is ball 4 inside, and now Ball Knob has the tying runs on base with only 1 out here in the second inning. First walk of the game by Smith. And this will bring up the left-hander, Claudia McAnally, the left fielder. Smith's first pitch is a strike on the corner, and she gets ahead in the count. McNally, the 7th place hitter. Parks tied at third. Reese in on the infield at first. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-1. Here's the pitch. And fouled. Good pitch on the inside. Jammed the hitter. All she could do was foul it off to the right. And now Smith has a chance for the strikeout. Count 1 and 2. She could use a strikeout here. Here's the pitch. And ground ball up the middle. Base hit. And that'll score 1. Here comes the throw to the plate. And now the runner goes to third. Throw over there. And she's out at third on a nice play from Woodward over to Parks. But Ball Knob does pick up a run. And that is the second out of the inning. Zomant scores on the single by McAnally up the middle. McAnally will take second on the throw to the plate. And Glaze was thrown out at third for the second out. That play goes 8-2-5, center fielder to catcher to third base. And now the eighth place hitter, Mary Bryant. And the Jackets need to get an out here to keep the lead. Ball Knob's got the lead to 2-1 now here in the second. Here's the pitch. And ball 2. Ninth place hitter Smithson on deck. We kind of had some seeing eye hits here in this inning. That one over third wasn't hit very well. And pop fly. There's another base hit right field. Runners may stop at third. Oh, she's going to try to score. Throw to the plate. And she is now in a rundown. And the tag and out there. The coach tried to stop her at third, but she kept on running. And a good play from Reese Prince on a throw to the plate. And then Woodward chased her down and applied the tag. And the Yellow Jackets get out of the inning still with the lead. You're going to give Bird a hit on that one and out at the plate. Ball Knob picks up 3 hits in the inning and picks up a run as we head to the bottom of the second. It's Clinton 2, Ball Knob 1. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip, 94.7.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Well, Ball Knob picked up 3 hits and a walk in the inning, but basically ran themselves out of the inning as they had a player thrown out at the plate. And the Yellow Jackets still have a lead. It's 2-1 now as we bat here in the second inning. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Clinton. Annabelle Sal, Emily Wilson, Reese Prince. Anybody gets on, Ashley James here in the second. That last play was another one of those. All 3 of the Ball Knob hits, were just, they weren't screamers. There was a little golf shot over third base, a ball up the middle, just happened to be in a spot where we didn't have a defender, and then that ball just rolled between second and first. Really not hit very hard, but hit in the right place. Sal takes a strike. Runner was at second. And the coach at third was trying to stop her. She just kept on coming around third. Prince threw the ball home. Woodward caught it at the plate and then ran her down, trying to get back to third, tagged her out. And that's how the inning ended. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Annabelle Sal with a hit just out of the reach of the pitcher and just out of the reach of the shortstop Brimmer and into center field. And that's Clinton's second hit of the ball game. Of course, the first one was the big home run by Abigail Parks. That'll bring in Emily Wilson. See what the Yellow Jackets want to do here. Here's the pitch, is high. Good speed at first with Annabelle Sal. Here's the pitch, shows bunt, and foul at the plate, and hit the catcher. I think she's okay. That'll even the count at 1-1. And the umpire will walk out. Say something to the pitcher. Maybe he's going to bring her a softball. And this is if you've been around softball or baseball long enough, he's giving the catcher time to recover. She got hit on a foul tip there. May have caught her in the hand, I think. And so a good job by the umpire. Take a new ball, give it to the pitcher, give the catcher time to recover. Wilson steps back in. The count's 1-1. She's showing bunt, and she does, and fouls it just out of play. Great hustle by the third baseman, Zomat. She full out dive for that one, but it was just inches short. And now the count is 1-2. I think the Jackets have attempted 4 bunts today and have fouled them all. I think Lily Woodward fouled a couple, trying to get it down, and now Wilson's fouled 2 here, trying to get one on the ground. Shoe bottom, pitch, and a swing and a miss, and Wilson strikes out. Third strikeout of the game for Madison Shoebottom. And that'll bring in right fielder Reese Prince. Her brother playing across town, Cole Prince. Cole pitched on Tuesday against Nemo Vista. Reese's dad and grandmother are here. Other family members are probably across town. And the pitch is a strike. Count now 1-1. Sal at first. Jackets lead 2-1. We're in the second. Still got time if you're in the area to come on down. Watch some softball. And the pitch is a swing and a miss. Now 1-2. And the bottom dropped out of that one. Shoebottom has a rise pitch that the players talk about. One, 2 the count. Here's the pitch and a foul straight back. Good job by Prince to stay alive. Sal was running on that one. Has to come back to first. After winning a play at the baseball game, it's Ball Knob 1 and Clinton nothing. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. There goes Sal. Throw to second. Safe. Ball gets into center field, but she'll stay right there. Prince strikes out for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring in Ashley James. A base hit could add another run for Clinton. Sal led off for the hit. Now she's at second with 2 outs. She's in scoring position. Second baseman playing over near first. A little room between her and the second base bag to hit through. First pitch is a ball. James checks the sign. Now it's back in the box. Here's the pitch. And ground ball foul. In front of the Ball Knob dugout on the first base side. Sun dropping in the west here. This is a tough ballpark as the catcher, umpire, and hitter, and even the radio announcer, will be looking straight into the sun for the rest of the afternoon. Here's the pitch. And a foul over the ball knob dugout and out of play. Ashley's making contact. Count now 1-2. Got to guard the plate. Anything into the outfield, and Sal can probably score. Shoebottom gets the sign she wants. Here's the pitch. And another foul. Ashley battling. Count stays 1-2. And here's the pitch. And that's that rise ball, but it goes out of the strike zone. Ashley lays off of it. Good discipline there by Ashley. Now counts 2-2. Sal at second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss on that rise ball. And that'll end the inning. As Shoebottom strikes out the side, she has 5 strikeouts through 2 innings of play. We head to the third. It's Clinton 2, Ball Knob 1. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Yeah, into the third inning. Clinton leads 2-1 in this one. A battle for first place. Clinton, Ball Knob, Harding Academy, and Pangburn all tied for first place with only one conference loss. With a week and a half to go in the regular season. Clinton plays today against Ball Knob, Monday here against Harding Academy, and Tuesday at Pangburn to close out the conference schedule. Treasure Smithson, the number 9th hitter in the lineup, will lead off, and it'll be followed by Brimmer, Pickens, and if anybody gets on, Madison Shoebottom. Smithson, the center fielder. And the pitch is a strike on the corner. Nice pitch by Smith. Count even up 1-1. You definitely want to get this 9th place hitter out before you go back to the top of the order. Pitch, ground ball up the middle, fielded by Sal. Over to first, out there as McDonald keeps her foot on the base, makes the catch, and that's the first out here in the Ball Knob third. Good play by Sal, and she gets rid of it quickly at shortstop. That'll bring in Reese Brimmer. Reese grounded to Reese McDonald to open the ball game at first base. Brimmer got behind the count 0-2. She shows a bunt. Got down to the count 0-2 and then came back, worked it to 3-2 before grounding out to McDonald at first. Lily Smith's pitch to the plate is a fly ball foul down the right field line. Prince gives it a go and runs out of room near the fence. It'll be a long strike. Even the count at 1-1. See a few folks up on the hill watching from their cars. Maybe they're listening on the radio or watching on their phone. Pitch from Smith. Grounded foul. Good pitch by Lily that time. That was in on the hands. Nothing the hitter really could do other than foul that one. Count now 1-2. Somebody asked me the other day, we're on the Trip 94.7. There is an app for that. Just punch in KGFL in your Google Play Store or the Apple Store, App Store. And swing and a miss. And Brimmer goes down for the second out of the inning. And that is Lily Smith's second strikeout of the ball game. And that'll bring in Faith Pickens, the second baseman. She struck out back in the first. Boy, you'd like to get her out here and make Shoebottom lead off the next inning. You don't want to see her bat with runners on base. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Another good pitch by Smith. And pitches high back to the screen. Count even at 1-1. Yeah, you can go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and just punch in KGFL, and that app will come down, and you can listen live to baseball and softball because we're on the Trip 94.7, which is different than our normal football and basketball, which is on KHPQ 92, which has its own app. And changeup just missed. That may be the best one she's thrown today. Count now 2-1. Nobody on, 2 outs in the third. Clinton leads 2-1. Pickens at the plate, Shoebottom on deck, and a swing and a miss. And Pickens may have helped Smith there. That was probably out of the strike zone high. Count now 2-2. Wilson deep in center field. Here's the pitch. And ground ball up the middle. Sal fields it, throws out at first on a nice play by Annabelle Sal. And that'll retire Ball Knob in the third. They go down in order. We head to the bottom of the third. It's Clinton 2, Ball Knob 1. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip 94.7.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Jackets coming to bat in the third inning. They lead 2-1. It'll be the top of the order up for Clinton. Linville, Woodward, Parks. Anybody gets on. Lily Smith. Difference in the game right now is Abigail Parks' 2-run homer back in the first inning. Ball Knob cut the lead in half with a run in the second. And we are set to go here in the third. Gracie Linville walked and scored back in the first. And here we go. Strike called. Good news from the ballpark across town. Carson McCormick hits a home run for the Yellow Jackets, ties the game at 1. And the Yellow Jackets later went on in the same inning on a sacrifice fly and now lead Ball Knob by a score of 2-1. But Carson McCormick with a big home run across town for the Yellow Jackets. Jackets lead Ball Knob 2-1 there, and they lead 2-1 here. Jackets only had 2 hits against Nemo Vista on Tuesday, but one of those was by Carson McCormick. In fact, it was an RBI single, the Jackets' only run of the game. Limble skies one to right. Back goes the right fielder. Now the wind's going to blow it foul, and that was all home run distance, but foul, probably about 10 feet foul down the right field line. And Limble has to make the long walk back to the play, but that was home run distance, but foul. Count now 1-2. Jacket baseball have seen some good pitching lately. Rosebud, Russ Martin threw a perfect game on Friday. And then the pitcher from ball high back to the screen. A pitcher from Nemo Vista, also a very good pitcher, struck out 11, walked 1, gave up only 1 run to the Yellow Jackets. So the Jackets have seen some pretty tough pitching the last couple of ball games. Hopefully the bats can break loose today against Ball Knob. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And the ball's high. Limble trying to get on, start something here in the Clinton third. She did in the first. Trying to do it here in the third. Steps back in. Here's the pitch. And strike called on the inside corner. And that is 4 straight strikeouts by Shoebottom and 6 in the ball game. I'm going to bring in Lily Woodward. She struck out in the first. Tried to get a couple of sacrifice bunts down, and they went foul. She got in the hole and ended up striking out. Now she bats with the bases empty here in the third. Shoebottom, ground ball first, caught by the first baseman Glaze, and she steps on the bag for the out. But Woodward hit it hard, but right at the first baseman Glaze, who stepped on the bag. And now there's quickly 2 outs in the Clinton third. And we talked about the Yellow Jackets didn't want Shoebottom to bat with anybody on base. And I think Ball Knob probably feels the same way. They don't want Parks to bat with anybody on base. First pitch is a strike. Parks' 2-run homer over the center field fence, the difference in the ball game. Back in the first. Here's the pitch. And ground ball base hit up the middle. Tried to jam Parks, run it inside on her. Parks is so strong, even off the handle, she's able to shoot that one through the infield. And Abigail has Clinton's 3rd hit of the ball game. And she's at first now with 2 outs for Lily Smith. Smith fouled off several pitches. Her first at bat ended up striking out. Parks at first, 2 outs here in the third. Reese McDonald on deck. Here's the pitch. And just high. Good job by Smith to lay off that one. That's that rise ball. It starts out top of the strike zone, and a lot of times it ends up out of the strike zone high. Tough to hit. Smith able to lay off that one. And strike there on the fastball. The deceptive part is that a fastball or is it the rise ball? You know, if it starts at the letters, you know, if it's a fastball, it's going to go straight across the letters for a strike. But if it's the rise ball, it's going to rise eventually above the letters and be out of the strike zone. So tough on the hitter to determine what pitch it is. And here's the pitch, swing and a foul over near the Ball Knob dugout. Now Lily's in the hole 1-2. 2-1 Clinton in the third. Parks at first. There's 2 outs. Smith trying to keep the inning going. Takes one high, 2-2. McDonald waiting on deck. Shoebottom gets the sign that she wants. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Smith goes down. That's now 2, 5, 7 strikeouts on the game for Shoebottom. Yellow Jackets pick up a hit, leave a runner, do not score. We head to the fourth. It's Clinton 2, Ball Knob 1. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip 94.7 and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Heading to the fourth here, Clinton leads 2-1. It'll be Shoebottom, Madison Shoebottom, followed by Adriana Shoebottom and Ada Zomant, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for Ball Knob. Here in the fourth inning, Shoebottom grounded out to Linville. Back in the first on a good play by Gracie Linville to her right. Smith's first pitch is outside, ball 1. Jackets picked up 2 runs in the first on an Abigail Parks homer. Ball Knob came back with a run on 3 hits in the second inning. And Lily's pitch is popped up on the infield, now in the short center field. Wilson coming in, makes the catch. Wind kind of blowing out towards center field, and that one drifted out to Wilson for the out. And that's the first out here in the Ball Knob fourth. That'll bring in Adriana Shoebottom. She grounded out to Parks at third, her first time up. Other ball games in the conference today. Riverview is at Harding Academy. That's a short trip. That's about maybe 2 miles as the crow flies. They're in Searcy. And Rosebud travels to Newport today, those conference games. First pitch to Adriana is a ball, and the second pitch is also a ball back to the screen. Shoebottom trying to get on here in the Ball Knob fourth. And a pitch is outside, ball 3. Lily is yet to, she has 1 walk on the day to go along with 2 strikeouts. Here's the 3-0 pitch and a strike as she pours that one in there. Let's see if Lily can come back and get Shoebottom here. Smith's pitch is popped up. McDonald, now Linville says she has it, runs her off and makes the catch. Gracie Linville with the out. Between first and second there, Reese did a good job, go to it until she got called off by Linville. And then Linville made the catch And now 2 outs here in the Ball Knob 4th inning. That'll bring Ada Zomant. She singled and eventually scored the Ball Knob run back in the 2nd. She's the one that kind of just scooped that ball up over Parks' head at 3rd, kind of golfed it over her head for a base hit, and pop up on the infield. And now Wilson will come in and call off the shortstop, and she'll make the catch. And 2 good plays in the inning by Emily Wilson. And Ball Knob goes down in order in the 4th. We head to the bottom half. Clinton leads 2-1. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip, 94.7.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Jackets coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th would like to add to their 2-1 lead here at the ballpark. This battle for first place between Clinton and Ball Knob. I want to mention our Yellow Jacket baseball, softball boosters. That's Kyle Hensley, DDS, Highway 65 South across from Walmart. He's open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday. You can give him a call over there at Hensley DDS at 745-5393. And for Clinton, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. It'll be Reese McDonald, Annabelle Sal, and Emily Wilson. Here in the 4th inning, Reese grounded back to the pitcher her first time up. Jackets have 3 hits. They have 2 runs. Ball Knob has 3 hits, and they have 1 run. Swing and a miss. Count now even 1-1. Would like to get McDonald on base with her speed to lead off the inning. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss on that rise ball. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd over at the baseball game, and Ball Knob has retaken the lead over Clinton. They now lead 3-2. Ball Knob 3, Clinton 2 in the baseball game. Long ways to go there, though. And it's in the bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch is high. Count even up now 2-2. McDonald battling shoe bottom here in the 4th. Shoe bottom to the plate and fouled behind the Ball Knob dugout, out of play. I want to mention Arkansas Mountain Real Estate, Philip Jones. The office is Highway 65 South at the intersection in Choctaw. But he's all your real estate needs. Buy, sell, a home, commercial, even property. Give Philip Jones a call at 745-2296 or 253-8985. The 2-2 pitch is just outside. Now count runs full. You can also go on to Arkansas Mountain Real Estate's website, and you can check out all of their listings that they have, and even things like the mortgage calculator on there. You can determine how much of a payment you can have on a home. And pitch is foul back. McDonald is now battling shoe bottom at the plate here. Kerry Renfro at Academy Mortgage, 138 Woodell Street, right across from Pizza Hut. Give them a call for that financing on a home or even refinancing on the home. That's Kerry Renfro at Academy Mortgage. Here's the pitch, low and in the dirt. She tried to throw the changeup, And it was out of the strike zone, and McDonald walks to lead off the Clinton fourth. Shoebottom's only walked one other hitter today, and that was Linville. And Linville came around to score. Annabelle South the plate. She has one of Clinton's 3 hits. She had a single up the middle to lead off the second. Here's the pitch, and it's high. Good speed at first, good speed at the plate. Wilson on deck. Here's the pitch, and inside, almost hit the batter, gets away from the catcher, and McDonald goes to second. And she's in scoring position now with nobody out. And now the ball knob assistant coach, pitching coach, will go to the mound. I mentioned Kerry Renfro at Academy Mortgage. That number is 870-580-5215. And they got a great website. If you've never bought or sold a home before, that's a really educational website. You can go on there and learn about all the different loan programs that are available to you. And really a lot of great real estate education on that site to know the terminology and to know what you're doing when you're buying or selling a home. So Kerry Renfro at Academy Mortgage. Also, I mentioned Clinton Stockyards, 1050 65 North, next to the Archie Creek Bridge. Sale every Saturday, 1 o'clock. Check that Facebook page. They have anything special coming up each week. It'll be on that Facebook page. Clinton Stockyards, 501-745-8819. And back to action here. Runner at second, nobody out. Sal at the plate. Here's the pitch, and it's high. Now 2-0. Jackets lead 2-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth. It's a huge game for both of these teams, as both teams are part of a 4-way tie for first. And a strike called. South took that one. Now 2-1. Still ahead in the count. Base hit could score Sal. Or check that, could score McDonald. Pitch is high. Ball 3. I think it's 3-1. I had 2-1. That was a ball. Make it 3-1. The umpire said it's 3-2. Sal had thrown the bat away and took off for first. Now she has to come back. Now it's 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch from Shoebottom, and it's ball 4. Gets away from the catcher, and McDonald will walk over to third, and Sal makes a turn, heads for second, and she's there without a throw. A great heads-up play by Annabelle Sal as she took off for first and didn't slow down and kept right on running to second. And as long as the pitcher's not in the circle, she is allowed to run. And the Jackets now have back-to-back walks and runners at second and third and nobody out. The hitter's Emily Wilson. Emily struck out back in the second. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Emily had a good cut there. Just want to put the ball in play here, and you're probably going to score. A ground ball anywhere back to the pitcher may score. Here's the pitch. Ball high. Pops out of the catcher's glove, but McDonald can't go anywhere on that one. Big situation here for the Yellow Jackets, trying to add to a 2-1 lead. Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. Now Wilson's in the hole, 1-2. Shoe Bottom needs a strikeout. The Yellow Jackets need to put a ball in play. Anything to short or second will score a run. Shoe Bottom winds and fires in the dirt, blocked by Adriana Shoe Bottom. Count now 2-2. This is a big moment in this ball game. The Yellow Jackets with a chance maybe to stretch the lead. Ball Knob, on the other hand, trying to stop a rally. Here's the pitch. And high. Now 3-2. Wilson laid off the riser. Reese Prince on deck. Shoe Bottom steps back on. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And ground ball up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman. And safe at first. And a run scores. The run was going to score anyway. And the second baseman, Pickens, fielded the ball, looked it home. There was no play. And by then, Wilson had beat the play to first. And the Yellow Jackets score. And they have runners at first and third. And still nobody out, as Wilson reaches on a fielder's choice. And Annabelle Sal goes over to third. And Reese Prince with a chance to add to the lead. Half swing. Umpire said she went. Strike one. That was that rise pitch. Tough to lay off. The freshman Reese Prince. Here's the pitch. Wilson takes off for second. Pitch was a ball. And Wilson steals second without a throw. And the Yellow Jackets have second and third with nobody out. Reese struck out back in the second. Ashley James on deck. Here's the pitch and a strike. Reese took that one out. It's 1-2. Jackets have their original 2-run lead back, but want more. Prince back in. Here's the pitch. And swinging a ground ball, foul. Reese stays alive. Once again, a ground ball to second or short will score another run. Prince back in. Here's the pitch. And line drive. Base hit by Prince. Sal's going to score. Here comes Wilson. Here comes the throw. And she is out at the plate on a fine throw by the center fielder. But Reese Prince with a single knocks in a run. And the Jackets extend their lead now to 4-1. Good play by the center fielder. It took a perfect throw to get Wilson, and she got her at the plate. Sal scored. And now to bring in Ashley James, runner at second. That's Reese Prince. James shows bunt, gets it down, foul. I think that's the fifth bunt of the day. The Yellow Jackets have fouled. Just can't get it fair against Shoe Bottom. Ashley struck out back in the second. Jackets with 2 runs here in the fourth. They've extended the lead to 4-1. James, bunt. There's a good one. Back to the mound. Shoe Bottom throw first out there. Prince moves over to third on the sacrifice. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Gracie Linville. Linville 0 for 1 today. She walked and scored in the first. Struck out in the third. And looking for a clutch 2-out hit here in the fourth. Jackets have scored 2 in the inning and looking for more. And a strike at the letters. That's that pitch we talked about If that's the rise ball, it's going to rise out of the strike zone. If it's the fastball, it's going to stay at the high part of the strike zone. Linville back in. Here's the pitch. And just low. Count now 1-1. Shibata went outside part of the plate on that one. Just missed. Gracie checks at third for the sign from Joe Hudson. Now steps back in. And swing and a miss on a high fastball. Had a good rip at that one. Count now 1-2. Gracie had a home run distance but foul her last time up into right field. Gracie had a big home run against Pangburn here last year on the final conference game of the season. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss as she gets her on a low fastball. And that'll end the inning, but a good inning for the Yellow Jackets. They pick up 2 walks and a hit, score twice, leave one. And as we head to the 5th inning, it's now Clinton 4, Ball Knob 1. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
A service of King Sullivan Radio, K234BB at 94.7 FM, KGFL 1110 AM, Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton added 2 runs in the 4th. They extend their lead now to 4-1. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Ball Knob here in the Ball Knob 5th inning. It'll be Laren Glaze, Claudia McNally, and Mary Bird. Anybody gets on, Treasure Smithson will hit here in the Ball Knob 5th. I want to mention Chad Brown, attorney at law, 203 Court Street, downtown Clinton, across from the courthouse. Any type of estate planning, probate, real estate, or any type of law in general, give Chad Brown a call at 745-8801. And the first pitch is lined to center. There's Wilson, and she makes the catch on a tough ball. A line ball is a line drive. It's hard to judge a lot of times. Plus the wind is kind of blowing out to center field. But Wilson stays with it, makes the catch. That's her 3rd catch of the game out in center field. And 1 pitch, 1 out here in the Ball Knob 5th. Chad Brown, just mentioned him. He's probably across town. His son Sam Brown plays for the Yellow Jackets. And the Yellow Jacket baseball team has come back to take the lead 5-3 over Ball Knob. I think that game's heading into the 4th inning. Claudia McNally, the hitter. She singled and was thrown out at third back in the 2nd inning. And the pitch is outside, ball 2. She was at first, and Bird, the hitter after her, got a single. And she was thrown out trying to go from first to third on the play. And the pitch is inside, ball 3. Well, you'd hate to walk the number 7 hitter. Let's see if she can battle back and retire McNally. And the pitch is ball 4. And McNally is on with 1 out here in the 5th. It's only the 2nd walk of the game for Smith. She did a good job. She got 2 strikeouts and 2 walks so far through 4 1/3 innings. I'm going to bring in the 8th place hitter, Mary Bird. Check that, Mary Bryant. Second infield would like to get a double play here. Here's the pitch, and ground ball foul down the first base line. Well, he retired 7 in a row until McNally walked. Pitch is low in the dirt. And the runner goes to second. Now she's going to third. Throw there. And ball goes into left field. And a good throw would have got her at third. But she's going to end up scoring on the error as McNally. Ball got away from the catcher on a wild pitch. She stole second, but then took off for third late. And the ball beat her there, but the throw was on the shortstop side of third and went into left field. And she came around to score. Looked like Bonham was going to run into another out. They've had 2 players thrown out, 1 player thrown out at the plate, 1 player thrown out at third, and almost had another player thrown out at third there. But the ball went into left field, and that cuts the lead now to 4-2. Count 1-1 on the hitter. That's Bryant. And the pitch is a ball. Eighth place hitter. And ball 3. Now 3-1. See if Smith can bounce back here. See if she can battle back and get the hitter. And good pitch, fouled off. Now count runs full. Wilson center field, playing a little bit over toward right field. Smith steps back on. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And low, ball 4. And back-to-back walks here in the 5th inning. And that brings in the 9th place hitter, Smithson. Checking infield, looking for 2. Smithson choking up on the bat. Grounds ball to short. There's Sal. Out at second. Oh, she drops the ball and safe at second. And Gracie was really quick at second. Was going to try to turn a little play, and the ball popped out of her glove before she could make the quick turn to first, and everybody's safe. And that's a tough one. Now we're back to the top of the order. The ground ball to short. Good job by Sal. Got it. Quick release. Limbo covering second was right there, and she was going to make a quick turn to first, but the ball popped out of her glove before she could make the turn. And Ballknob has runners at first and second, only 1 out, tying run at first. Here's the pitch, shows bunt, and it's foul. Ballknob's had a fly ball to center field. 2 walks and an error. No hits in the inning for Ballknob, but they've scored a run. Still looking for 2 in the middle. See if Ballknob wants a bunt. She shows bunt and takes a ball. Brimmer, the hitter, struck out in the 3rd. Grounded out to first in the 1st. She's 0 for 2. Smithson at second. Bryan at second. Smithson at first. Brimmer at the plate. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. And good bunt. McDonald fields it. Throws to first. Out there. And the tying runs move up to second and third, but there are 2 outs now. Good bunt. Reese charged hard at first, caught it. Linville covering first was right there. And now there's 2 outs, but Smithson's over at third. Bryan at second. They are the tying runs. Clinton leads 4-2 here in the 5th. Faith Pickens, the hitter. She's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first. Grounded out to Sal at short in the third. Madison Shoebottom is on deck. First pitch is a ball just high. You want the inning to end right here with Shoebottom on deck. That first pitch just missed. Lily winds and fires. Change up. Ball 2. Two on, 2 out. Jackets lead by 2. We're in the 5th. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss on that letter high fastball. Count now 2-1. Jackets want the inning to end right here. Lily Smith steps back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. And outside, ball 3. Shoebottom on deck. Ball knob's best hitter. Big pitch here, 3-1. Here's the pitch. And a strike. Swing and a miss. And strike 3. That's going to end the inning. Smith comes back and gets a strikeout of Pickens. Pickens now 0 for 3. Ball knob picks up a run without a hit. They get 2 walks and an error, and they cut the Yellow Jacket lead in half. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, it's Clinton 4, Ball knob 2. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Well, the Yellow Jackets wiggle out of a jam. Ball knob scores without the benefit of a hit. The Clinton leads 4-2. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning here, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters up for the Yellow Jackets. And the Yellow Jackets would love to get some insurance runs. Lily Woodward leading off. She's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first. Grounded out to first unassisted in the third. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Fields it. Long throw in the dirt and out on a good play by Glaze at first to dig that one out of the dirt. And 1 pitch, 1 out here in the Clinton 5th inning. That'll bring up Abigail Parks. Abigail's 2 for 2. A home run back in the first, a 2-run shot, and a single in the third. I want to mention the Pottery Shop, Todd Treese and the whole family, located on 850 Highway 65 North next to the Stockyards and not far from the ballpark here. First pitch is high. They have a great website. You might want to check that out, see what they have going on the latest styles, fashions that they have there, along with the home decorations. Also mention the pop-up sale. I think once a quarter. Pitch to Parks is high, now 2-0. Once a quarter, you can come up and sit up and sell whatever it is that you make, whatever arts or craft or whatever that you make and sell. And you can sit up there at the parking lot at the Pottery Shop, and that's been a real success. And so if you do anything like that, check with them at the Pottery Shop. And ball 3 to Parks. That number at the Pottery Shop is 745-2060. 745-2060. A Clinton-owned and unique business. And ball 4, Parks walks on 4 pitches. And she's been on all 3 times today. Want to mention Regions Bank, downtown Clinton, just off the Court Square. That's 179 Elm Street. They're open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 4, and on Friday from 9 to 5 for your convenience. Over 2,000 ATMs under the Regions Bank logo. First pitch to Lily Smith is a strike. She's 0 for 2 on the day, but like to help herself out here with a hit. Regions Bank also provides safety deposit boxes and Western Union wire transfers. And so Regions Bank, long time in downtown Clinton, one of our great Yellow Jacket sponsors. Pitch to Smith is high. It's a ball. Want to mention also Mickey Parrish, just across the highway here, Farm Bureau, and all the folks over there that work at Farm Bureau. And for all your insurance needs, call Mickey Parrish and the group over at Clinton Farm Bureau. Parks at first here in the 5th. Jackets lead 4-2. Here's the pitch. It's high. Now 2-1. Reese McDonald on deck. Madison Shoebottom's gone all the way for ball knob. She's got 7 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. It's high. Now, quick throw to first. Parks gets back. Count now 3-1. Seven strikeouts, 3 walks so far for Shoebottom. Smith steps back in, and here's the pitch. And a strike called. Count now full 3-2. See if the Yellow Jackets want to do some running here with 3-2 and only 1 out. Parks over at first. Shoebottom's pitch is a strike as she poured it right in there. And Smith strikes out. That's the second out of the inning here in the 5th. And bring in Reese McDonald. Reese 0 for 1, grounded back to the pitcher in the first. Walked and scored in that 2-run 4th inning. Pitch is low. Jackets need a 2-out rally here. Park starting to fill up. It's, I guess, Summer League softball night here. As a couple other ballparks are now filling up as the future Yellow Jackets playing here tonight. Pitch inside, ball 2. Four to 2 Clinton. We're in the 5th. It's been a good one. Jackets have led all the way after Abigail Parks' 2-run homer in the first. Pitch is low, ball 3. Annabelle Sal on deck. .30 the count. And the pitch is a strike. Now 3-1. Need something from Reese here in the 5th. And swinging a foul at the plate. Now the count is full. Was 3-0, now 3-2. And Parks will be running on this one. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Sun setting low. We talked about it's tough for the umpire, the catcher, and the hitter as it sets in the west. There goes Parks. Here's the pitch, and ball 4. And the Jackets have 2 on with 2 outs here in the 5th. Annabelle Sal 1 for 1 on the day. Singled in the 2nd. Walked and scored in the 4th. And the Yellow Jackets would sure love to have an insurance run here, leading 4-2. And the pitch is a strike called. Annabelle grounded that single back up through the middle, back in the 2nd. Parks could score on a hit. Here's the shoe bottom's pitch, and a swing and a miss. She had a good rip at that one. That was that letter high pitch. And now Annabelle's in the count 0-2. Annabelle steps out, now back in. And the pitch, change up, swing and a miss. And Shoebottom comes back to strike out Sal on 3 pitches. She's got 8 strikeouts in the game. Yellow Jackets get a couple of walks, leave a couple, do not score. We head to the 6th inning. It's Clinton 4, Ball Knob 2. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, we're heading to the 6th inning. Jackets hanging on to a 4-2 lead here. And it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up for Ball Knob. Madison Shoebottom leading it off. And you much prefer her to bat with nobody on base. So that strikeout of Pickens was huge to end the last inning. Shot left field, way back, and gone. And Shoebottom knocks one out of here. And that's how important that strikeout was to end the last inning. As Shoebottom hits a home run, but it's a solo homer, and the Yellow Jackets still have the lead, 4-3. Fourth hit of the day for Ball Knob. The Yellow Jackets have 4 hits. And that'll bring in Adriana Shoebottom. Adriana's 0 for 2 on the day, grounded to third. And popped up to Gracie Linville at second. There was a no-doubter home run there. Ashley turned and looked, but she knew it was gone. And it was over the fence to the right of the scoreboard in left field. Change up outside, ball 1. Smith, fastball high, now 2-0. Lily's gone all the way. And the pitch is a ball, now 3-0. Lily's walked 3, struck out 3. Needs a strike here. And there it is, now 3-1. For watching on TV, maybe you can see what we're talking about, that sun dropping in center field. Tough for the hitters, catchers, and umpires. And the pitch is ball 4. And she's on. First 2 have reached here in the 6th. That's the tying run at first. Four walks now for Smith. She struck out 3. That'll bring in Ada Zomanth, the 5th place hitter. She's 1 for 2, singled and scored in the 2nd. And flew out to Wilson in center field in the 4th. Jackets clinging to a 4-3 lead here in the 6th inning. See what Ballnum wants to do here. Third base coach, he's also the head coach. Came down and talked to the hitter, see if they want a bunt here. And nope, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Kind of a half swing. Not sure what that was. Thought it might be a bunt. Runner at first. Adriana Shoebottom. Smith's pitch. And she lays off a high pitch there. Now 1-1. Ballnum dugout getting fired up over there. And the pitch is a ball. Good play by Woodward to block that one. Keeps the runner at first. Now it counts 2-1. Lily needs to throw a strike here. And it's high now, 3-1. And the pitch is ball 4. And the Yellow Jackets are asking for trouble here. 5th walk now by Smith. A home run to open the inning by Shoebottom. And then back-to-back walks. And Ballnum has the tying run at second, the lead run at first here in the 6th inning. Jackets lead 4-3. Joe Hudson goes to the mound. His first trip of the day. The hitter is Laren Glaze. She's 0 for 1. Walked. Was thrown out at the plate back in the 2nd. And flew out to center field in the 5th. Hudson still talking to the team on the mound. Now the umpire makes a trip out, try to break things up and get going again. I want to thank First Arkansas Bank and Trust and Cowboy Dodge CDJ for sponsoring our live stream today and sponsoring it all year long. Yellow Jacket football, basketball, baseball, and softball. First Arkansas Bank and Trust and Cowboy CDJ. Well, we're back to action. Jackets need a double play. Batter's showing bunt. Here's the pitch. It is a bunt. She takes a strike, throw to third, and out over at third. What a play. As Sal covered third, and she was leveled by Adriana Shoebottom, and she may be injured, but she held on to the ball. As once again, Ballnum runs into an out on the bases. Great throw by Woodward. The batter showed bunt, let it go by. Woodward made the catch and a perfect throw to third. Sal running from short to third, caught the ball, made the tag, and now she may be injured. She's pretty tough, and she shakes it off, and she heads back to shortstop. Wow, what a play by Woodward and Sal. I think she may have injured her glove hand and arm, but she held on to the ball. Now Zomat went from first to second, so she's there with one out. The pitch was a strike. Glaze is the hitter. She's 0 for 1. Takes a strike on the corner, now 0-2. Glaze walked in the second. Was thrown out at third. Trying to score, was thrown out at third in the rundown, and then flied out to Wilson in center field. Here's the pitch, outside. Good spot by Lily, see if she can get her to chase it. Counts 1-2. Smith needs a strikeout here. Tying run at second. One out. Here's the pitch. And low in the dirt. Good play by Woodward to block that one. Keeps his own man at second. Two the count. Here's the pitch. And strike on the inside corner. Big strikeout by Lily Smith. And now she's one out away of getting out of this jam. That'll bring in the 7th place hit here, Claudia McNally. She's 1 for 1. Singled and was thrown out at third back in the second. Walked and scored in the 5th. Batting from the left side. Tying one at second. Jackets lead 4-3. Smith winds and fires. Pop fly behind third. Sal on the run. Makes the catch. And the inning is over. And Smith pitches out of the jam. And the Yellow Jackets hang on to the lead. Ballnob picks up a run on a Madison Shoebottom home run. But as we head to the bottom of the 6th, it's Clinton 4. Ballnob 3. Listen to Yellow Jacket softball on the Trip, 94.7.
Here's the pitch. You swing. It's a deep drive to left center field. You've hit a home run with Farm Bureau Insurance. From great rates and local agents to fast, fair claim service, it's Farm Bureau Insurance. See Kai Rhoda, Ty Glover, or Mickey Parrish for all your insurance needs at Farm Bureau Insurance today at 501-745-2117. Open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4:30. That's Farm Bureau. You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Wow, what a 6th inning. Ballnob led off with a home run to cut the lead to 4-3. The next 2 hitters walked. And then Woodward threw out Shoebottom, trying to steal third on a great tag by Annabelle Sal. And then with a tying run at second, Smith gets a strikeout. And then a pop fly behind third that Parks couldn't get to. But Sal, racing across from shortstop, made the catch for the final out. And as we head to the bottom of the 6th, the Yellow Jackets are clinging to a 4-3 lead. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for Clinton in the 6th. Wilson, Prince, and James. Everybody gets on back to the top of the order. And Gracie Linville. Wilson pops it up. Pitcher Shoebottom makes the catch just outside of the circle. And that's the first out here in the 6th inning. You sure would feel better if the Yellow Jackets could add on some insurance runs here. Ball Knob will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in the 7th. We don't want to see Shoebottom bat again in this ball game. Prince 1 for 2. She singled in a run back in the 4th. What's been a good ball game here at the ballpark today. Pitch is high. Even to count 1-1. If you just tuned in, Clinton got a 2-run homer in the first from Abigail Parks, led 2-0. Ball Knob added a run in the second, make it 2-1. The Jackets picked up 2 more in the 4th to lead 4-1. And then Ball Knob got single runs in the 5th and the 6th. And that's where we're at now, 4-3 Clinton. Two-one pitch is on the way. And ball 3. We mentioned both of these teams are in a 4-way tie for first. Clinton, Ball Knob, Pangburn, and Harding Academy all with 1 conference loss. And a swing and a miss. Count now full on Prince. Reese trying to get on. Ahead of Ashley James. And ground ball slowly hit towards second. Nobody's covering first. And Prince has another hit as the ball got by the second baseman. I'm not sure if they would have thrown her out anyway. And Reese is on with her second hit of the ball game. And that'll bring in Ashley James. And Ashley may be bunting here. Gracie Linville on deck. That was a slow roller hit between first and second. First baseman went after it, got away from the base, but then eventually ended up that neither player was able to catch the ball as it trickled between them. And Prince is on. There's the bunt. Fielded by the third baseman. Boots it, picks it. Everybody's safe. Great bunt by Ashley James. It was intended for a sacrifice. The third baseman charging. And that's Zoman at third. And she bobbled the ball. James reaches first. And the Jackets have first and second. 1 out, and back to the top of the order with Gracie Linville. Ooh, what a hit would do here. At the baseball game, at the end of 6 innings, it's Clinton 5, Ball Knob 3. So the Yellow Jackets baseball team across down, 3 outs away from a victory. Gracie Linville at the plate. She's walked, struck out twice, scored a run back in the first. Shoebottom to the plate, pitch is high. Good play by Adriana Shoebottom to keep that one from going back to the screen. Reese Prince at second. Ashley James at first. We'd all feel a lot better if the Yellow Jackets could add some runs here. And the pitch is foul back to the screen. Gracie was on that one. Checks for the signs at third. Linville back in, asks for time, fix the batter's box the way she wants it. Now here's the pitch, and shot toward right field. Right fielder back, makes the catch, and the runners come back to second and third. Gracie gave it a ride, but the right fielder, Bryant, made a nice catch in deep right field, and now there's 2 outs. That'll bring in Lily Woodward. Lily 0 for 3, struck out in the first, grounded to first in the third, and grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. Clutch situation here. Abigail Parks on deck. Jackets need a 2-out hit. Here's the pitch, and ball high. Jackets left 2 on in the 5th and didn't score. They've got 2 on here in the 6th. And the pitch is fouled at the plate. Now 1-1. 0 for a hit here. Game not quite 2 hours old. Here's the pitch. And ball low. Now 2-1. Parks on deck. Abigail's been on 3 times today, 2 hits and a walk. And the pitch is a strike called. Now it's 2-2. Steps back in. Here's the pitch. And ball's high, gets away from the catcher. Both runners move up. Prince to third. James to second. Count now full on Woodward. Abigail Parks on deck. This may be one of the biggest pitches of this ball game right here. Here's the payoff. And strike called. And that'll end the inning. The Jackets pick up a hit, but leave 2. And as we head to the 7th inning, it's Clinton 4, Ball Knob 3. Listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip 94.7 and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Here's the pitch. You swing. It's a deep drive to left center field. You've hit a home run with Farm Bureau Insurance. From great rates and local agents to fast, fair claim service, it's Farm Bureau Insurance. See Kai Rhoda, Ty Glover, or Mickey Parrish for all your insurance needs at Farm Bureau Insurance today at 501-745-2117. Open Monday through Friday from 8 until 4:30. That's Farm Bureau.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, here we go. Into the 7th inning. Yellow Jackets clinging to a 4-3 lead in this one. And Ball Knob will send up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in this inning. Anybody gets on, it'll be Faith Pickens. It'll be Mary Bird, Treasure Smithson, Reese Brimmer, Lily Smith has gone all the way for Clinton. She struck out 3. And walked 5. Bird, 1 for 1, been on base twice, singled in the 2nd, walked in the 5th, and the first pitch is a strike. Smith gets ahead. Huge game for the conference standings. Smith winds and fires, and just outside, now 1-1. Clinton, the defending conference champions, trying to repeat. Ball knob dugout making a lot of noise. There's the pitch, and ball 2. Bryant steps out, takes a couple of practice swings, now gets back in there. Two-one pitch. Ball 3. 3-1 count on the number 8 hitter. See if Lily can battle back one more time. And ball 4, and that's how the ball knob 7th inning starts. The number 8 batter walks. That'll bring in Smithson, the number 9 hitter. She's 0 for 2 on the day, grounded to the shortstop and reached on an error. See if they want a bunt here. That's the tying run at first. Top of the order on deck. No bunt. Takes a ball. Tension here in the 7th inning. Ball way outside, gets away from the catcher, and the tying run goes to second. Smithson steps back in. See if she wants to bunt now. And the pitch is a strike. And boy, the Yellow Jackets could sure use a strikeout here. And strike on the inside corner. Now 2-2. Brimmer on deck. That's the top of the order. Smith trying to battle back. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss. And she gets a huge strikeout right there. First out of the inning. That'll bring in Reese Brimmer. Brimmer 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded out to first. Struck out in the 3rd. And bunted to first, fielded by McDonald, who threw it to Linville for the out. Tying run at second here in the 7th. And swinging a ground ball, foul outside of 3rd. And that would have tied the game up, but it was foul by inches outside 3rd. Reese guarding the line at 3rd. Parks in tied at 3rd. Here's the pitch, and a ball high. Evens the count at 1-1. Faith Pickens on deck. Winds and fires, and a ground ball to second. Great play by Linville. Out at first. Tying run goes to 3rd, and there's 2 outs. That was a hot one-hop shot right at Linville, and she makes the play. And the Yellow Jackets are 1 out away from a huge victory. Faith Pickens, the hitter. Pickens 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out in the 1st, grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd, and struck out in the 5th. And you know who's on deck. Madison Shoebottom. If you're Clinton, you want the game to end right here. 4-3 Clinton, top of the 7th. Smith winds and fires, and a strike as she pours one in there. Smith jumps ahead in the count. Infield back, looking for the play at first. Pickens steps back in. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch just off the outside corner. I mean, one of the best pitches that Smith's thrown all day because she wanted the pitch off the corner a couple of inches, and it was right there. And now she's got Pickens in the hole, 0-2. Jackets a strike away from a victory. 4-3 Clinton, 7th inning. Smith winds and fires outside. Good play by Woodward. Count now 1-2. Try to get Pickens to chase again. Middle infield's deep. Plays at first. Parks a little bit deeper than normal, along with McDonald at first. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a foul back to the screen. And Pickens was on that one. Count stays 1-2. 4-3 Clinton. Trying to close this one out. Trying to stay in first place. Smith back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 called. Throw to first. Out. And that's the ball game. What a pitch by Smith at the knees. And the Jackets close it out. Ball knob gets a walk, picks and leaves a runner in the 7th inning, but does not score. Final score today, Clinton 4, Ball Knob 3. The Yellow Jackets stay in first place on a huge win here at home against Ball Knob. Stay with us for the post-game show. You listen to Yellow Jacket Softball on the Trip, 94.7, and the Yellow Jacket Sports Network.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Ooh, what a ball game here at the ballpark today. The Yellow Jackets wiggled in and out of trouble at the end. They led the entire ball game, but you never felt comfortable in this one. But the Yellow Jackets pull out a 4-3 victory today over Ball Knob, and they remain in first place. The defending conference champions remain in first place as Ball Knob now drops out of first place. Clinton now 5-1 in conference play. Penguin 4-1 in conference play. And Harding Academy 3-1. Ball Knob now drops to 5-2. And I believe Ball Knob is out of conference games. Their conference season is over. And so The Yellow Jackets now in a three-way tie for first, and the Yellow Jackets will play Harding Academy here on Monday with a chance to knock them out of first place, and then they'll go to Pangburn on Tuesday. But, wow, what a ball game here today. The Yellow Jackets jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Abigail Parks hit a 2-run homer in the first inning after Gracie Linville walked to lead off the ball game. Ball Knob came back with 3 hits in the second, scored a run to cut it to 2-1. The Yellow Jackets extended the lead to 4-1 in the fourth inning as they got a walk to Reese McDonald. Annabelle Sal walked. Then Emily Wilson on a fielder's choice reached first. Reese Prince knocked in a run with a hit. And the Yellow Jackets picked up 2 runs in the fourth to lead 4-1. Ball Knob got an earned run in the fifth as they got 2 walks and scored on an error to make it 4-2. And then in the sixth inning, the senior pitcher and big hitter Madison Shoebottom for Ball Knob hit a long home run over the left field fence to make it 4-3. Ball Knob got 2 more runners on base in the inning, but the Yellow Jackets pitched out of it. And in the seventh inning, the Yellow Jackets pitched around a walk to start the inning and left the tying run at third when the game ended as Lily Smith struck out the final hitter, Faith Pickens, to end the ball game. And the Yellow Jackets win by a score of 4-3. Ball Knob got 4 hits, 3 runs. The Yellow Jackets got 5 hits and 4 runs. Lily Smith, winning pitcher today, she struck out 6, walked 6, and you got to tip your hat to Madison Shoebottom as she walked 5. Most of those came late in the game, but she also struck out 10 on the day and hit a home run. Our first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the ball game today, sophomore Annabelle Parks. She reached base all 3 times today, including a long 2-run homer over the center field fence back in the first. She singled in the third and walked in the fifth. Also made a nice play at third base, a couple of nice plays on defense over at third base. So our first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the ball game, Abigail Parks. Abigail must like playing against Ball Knob because she hit a 3-run homer against them last year at Ball Knob off Shoebottom, and she gets a 2-run homer off of her today. And so a great job by the sophomore, Abigail Parks, your first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game. We want to thank First Arkansas Bank and Trust for all their support of Yellow Jacket Athletics. They're located in the Cash Saver parking lot in downtown Clinton. And for all your banking needs, from a simple checking account to a home loan, they can do it all at First Arkansas Bank and Trust. And they have a program now called The Cube. You can bank outside the box, and you can contact First Arkansas Bank and Trust for more information about The Cube and see if it's right for you and your banking needs. Well, the Yellow Jackets pick up their 10th win of the year. They're now 10-5 on the season, but more importantly, they're now 5-1 in conference play. They've won 4 of their last 5 ball games. Ball Knob now drops to 6-6 on the year and 5-2 in conference play. The Yellow Jackets' next game will be Monday here at the ballpark at 4:30 as they take on another huge conference game as they play Harding Academy here. We'll have the broadcast here Monday starting at 4:30. We'll come on the air at about 4:20 here on the Yellow Jackets Sports Network. Also, the boys baseball team, the Yellow Jackets, will host Heber Springs at the ballpark here in Clinton. That also will be on Monday. And then both teams travel to Pangburn on Tuesday for 2 huge conference games for the Yellow Jackets. And once again, across town, the Yellow Jackets win by a score of 5-3 in baseball over Ball Knob. And here at the ballpark in downtown Clinton, the Yellow Jackets defeat Ball Knob by a score of 4-3. I want to thank Keith Parrish back at the station running the board for all the great work that he does. For Sid King, for Crystal Barnett back at the station for helping to get us on the air and working with our great sponsors all through the season. Well, join us again on Monday. It was a great day at the ballpark. It's always a fun day at the ballpark, but you can join us again on Monday. We'll be on the air at about 4:20 as the Yellow Jackets will take on the Harding Academy Lady Wildcats. Well, it's Mike Hawley. Thanks for your time this time. Until next time, so long.
Today's game has been brought to you by these fine Yellow Jackets.